1 in 3 people in this country is a millionaire. Native citizens are banned from their own casino, and the government hasn't collected income tax in 156 years. Welcome to Monaco, smaller than Central Park, wealthier than entire nations. This is the story of how a bankrupt principality became the richest place on earth by doing something so ruthless, so brilliant, that other countries are too afraid to copy it. What you're about to hear will change how you see money, government, and what the ultra-rich are really running from. Because Monaco didn't get rich by accident. It got rich by offering the world's billionaires one thing no one else would: permission to never contribute again. 1860s. Monaco is dying. The House of Grimaldi, ruler since 1297, faces total bankruptcy. They've lost their territory, their tax base, their future. Prince Charles III has one option left, something so desperate it borders on insanity. In 1863, he founds the Monte Carlo Casino. His bet? Turn Monaco into Europe's gambling capital. Let wealthy foreigners lose fortunes at card tables. Use those losses to fund the entire government. It shouldn't work. It works beyond anyone's wildest dreams. 6 years later, 1869, the casino is so profitable that Prince Charles III does something unprecedented. He abolishes all income taxes forever. The casino made so much money that Monaco could run the entire country without taxing a single citizen. But here's where it gets dark. The law was brutal in its clarity. The casino exists to extract wealth from foreigners, and Monaco's own people couldn't risk squandering the treasury's lifeline. Read that again. Monaco built its entire economy on gambling addiction, but only foreigners' addiction. The government weaponized human weakness and aimed it at outsiders. By the 1890s, Monaco had transformed from a bankrupt rock into a glittering empire, all fueled by roulette wheels and the desperate hope of just one more spin. But the casino was just the beginning. No income tax since 1869, no capital gains tax, no inheritance tax. This isn't policy, this is economic warfare. Monaco created a magnet designed to strip wealth from every other country on earth and concentrated in 0.78 square miles of Mediterranean coastline. And it worked. Waves of millionaires and billionaires flooded in: Formula One drivers, tech CEOs, oil magnates, oligarchs, celebrities, all fleeing taxations in their countries. Today, 75% of Monaco's economy exists because rich people refuse to pay taxes elsewhere. Think about that. 3/4 of this country's GDP is wealth that should be funding schools, hospitals, and roads in other nations. But it's here instead. Hidden, protected, untouchable. One Formula One driver living in Monaco saves $10 to $20 million per year in taxes. A tech billionaire? $50 to $100 million. Multiply that across 38,000 residents, and you're looking at hundreds of billions in wealth that vanish from government coffers worldwide. Monaco doesn't have factories, it doesn't have oil, it doesn't have natural resources. What Monaco has is a deal. Bring us your fortune, we won't ask where it came from, and we'll never take a cent. But there's a price, and it's brutal. 52,000 euros per square meter. That's $5,500 per square foot. A 500 square foot apartment, the size of a hotel room, costs $2 to $3 million. Monaco is the most expensive real estate on earth. Not even close, but here's what breaks your heart. Native Monegasque citizens can't afford their own country anymore. Your family lived here for 700 years, your great-great-grandfather was born in this house, your ancestors fought for this land, and now Russian oligarchs and Saudi princes have priced you out. The government's solution? Subsidized housing for citizens. Imagine that. You're not a visitor, you're not an immigrant, your bloodline has been here since the Middle Ages. But you need charity to live in your own nation. You are a refugee in the country your ancestors built. Only 9,000 of Monaco's 38,000 residents are actual citizens, less than 1/4. The rest? Millionaire migrants who bought their way in and never left. As one local put it, foreigners are our wealth. Translation, we sold our country and there's no buying it back. For decades, Monaco had a reputation, a whispered one, a sunny place for shady people. This wasn't just about tax avoidance, it was darker. Smugglers, swindlers, and tax evaders at times found safe harbor here. Monaco didn't ask questions. Monaco didn't look too hard. As long as you had money, you had a home. Monaco wasn't just a tax haven. It was the world's most exclusive laundromat. And here's the part that should make you sick. Monaco citizens knew. The government knew. The police knew. They all knew that dirty money, money stolen from starving populations, money earned through violence and corruption, was building their schools, paving their roads, funding their police force. Every single Monegasque benefited from blood money, and they looked the other way. When Prince Albert II took the throne in 2005, he tried to clean up the image. Banking transparency laws, anti-money laundering regulations, tax information exchanges. But here's the question no one asks. Has it really changed? Or did they just get better at hiding it? Monaco still exists to help the ultra-wealthy avoid financial obligations. The paperwork is cleaner, the lawyers are smarter, the shell companies are more sophisticated. But the function remains identical. Monaco is still a getaway car, it's just a nicer model now. Of course, Monaco doesn't advertise as a tax dodge or a money laundromat. It sells itself as a lifestyle. The Monaco Grand Prix, Formula One cars screaming through city streets while champagne flows on 100 million yachts. Grace Kelly marrying Prince Rainier III in the wedding of the century, bringing Hollywood royalty to European nobility. One police officer for every 100 residents, security cameras on every corner. You can park a Lamborghini on the street and stroll dripping in diamonds without fear. Luxury boutiques outnumber grocery stores. It's perfect, it's safe, it's beautiful. And its marketing? The glamour isn't real life, it's a distraction. Monaco's entire global image, the parties, the royalty, the supercars, the yachts, exist to make billionaires feel like they're not just dodging taxes, they're living the dream. It's brilliant, ruthless, and it works. Because when you're sipping champagne on a yacht in the Monaco harbor, surrounded by other ultra-wealthy people who also refuse to contribute, it doesn't feel like theft, it feels like freedom. So, here we are, Monaco, a country smaller than a city park, where casino profits fund the government, where native citizens need subsidies to afford their homeland, where billionaires live tax-free while teachers and nurses in their home countries pay 30 to 40% of their income. But here's what keeps me awake at night. Monaco isn't the problem. You are. Because Monaco only exists because we, collectively, as a society, decided that if you're rich enough, rules don't apply. Monaco didn't create billionaire tax avoidance. Billionaires created Monaco, and every government on earth allows it, because they're terrified that if they crack down too hard, the money will just move somewhere else. So we all pretend it's fine. We watch the Monaco Grand Prix on TV. We marvel at the yachts. We call it aspirational. But let me ask you something, and answer honestly. If you became a billionaire tomorrow, if you built a company worth $5 billion, and you could legally move to Monaco and keep an extra $50 million per year in taxes, would you do it? Would you abandon your country, the roads you drove on, the schools that educated you, the hospitals that saved your lives, for money you didn't even need? Because that's exactly what they're counting on. Monaco bet that when people get rich enough, loyalty evaporates, that patriotism has a price tag, that every single person, deep down, would choose themselves over everyone else if the amount was high enough. And so far, they've been right.